If you look at the numbers behind incontinence in women, it's hard to believe just how big an issue it is. Incontinence affects more women than diabetes, breast cancer, and heart disease, but it doesn't get nearly the attention it deserves. That's why the National Association for Continence has created the We Count campaign to help you realize that this isn't just a you problem, it's an us problem. There are treatments available right now that can make a real difference in your life, and we invite you to take action today. Visit nafc.org/we-count for essential facts, insights, and resources on stress and urge incontinence, overactive bladder, menopause-related leakage, and more. That's nafc.org/we-count to learn more and discover that there truly is strength in numbers.
Welcome to Life Without Leaks, a podcast by the National Association for Continence. NAFC is America's leading advocate for people with bladder and bowel conditions, with resources, connections to doctors, and a welcoming community of patients, physicians, and caregivers, all available at nafc.org. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host, Bruce Cassover, and today we're going to be talking about nutrients that can help, and in some cases hurt, your bladder health. Now, we all know that it's important to get enough nutrients in our diet, and there's a good chance that a lot of you are already taking things like multivitamins and other supplements. But you might be surprised to learn that there are some things that you can take that can actually have an impact on bladder leaks. In fact, vitamins may be just what's missing from your treatment plan. They can be helpful for a whole range of issues, from calming bladder spasms to helping you guard the pelvic floor muscles. Of course, that doesn't mean you should just start downing pills. Even vitamins that can be of benefit can actually make things worse if your dosage is too high. And like all vitamins, it's best to get them straight from the source, the foods you eat. Remember that supplements aren't typically approved by the FDA, and they have the potential to interact with other medications you may be taking. With those words of caution in mind, let's talk about 3 vitamins in particular and how they may help or may not help when it comes to bladder leaks. The first is vitamin C. One study done on vitamin C intake in more than 2,000 women between the ages of 30 and 79 found that a high dose of vitamin C from diet and supplements, more than 500 milligrams a day, was associated with increased symptoms of incontinence, while a moderate level of vitamin C that came from food and beverages was associated with decreased symptoms of urgency and frequency. You're probably thinking, time to ditch the pills and eat more citrus, and you're right. Oranges and grapefruits are a great source, but you could also get your C from green and red peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, white potatoes, and tomatoes, including tomato juice. Just steer clear of the high-dose supplements unless you want to aggravate your leaky bladder. Vitamin D is another good one for you. Sure, it's great for bone health, but it's also important for the immune system, heart health, blood sugar levels, mood regulation, and, believe it or not, pelvic floor health. It's true, studies have found that vitamin D deficiency is associated with a higher risk of pelvic floor disorders. And in one study of older women, the risk of developing urinary incontinence was 45% lower when you have normal vitamin D levels. The best way to get most of the vitamin D you need is from sun exposure. But you could also find it in dairy products like milk and yogurt, as well as in eggs, fish, and from supplements. The last vitamin we want to talk about today is magnesium. Like D, magnesium helps your body with a whole range of functions, including lowering high blood pressure, regulating mood, and helping guard against type 2 diabetes. It also ensures that your muscles and nerves function properly, and some experts believe that it may help improve incontinence symptoms by reducing bladder muscle spasms and allowing the bladder to empty. Good sources of magnesium include bananas, avocados, black beans, cooked quinoa, some fish, dark leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. One thing that's worth stressing again is that while supplements can be helpful if you're not able to get the proper amount of nutrients from your diet, most experts agree that the best source of your vitamins is from real food. Try to eat as many fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein as your diet allows to ensure that you're getting the vitamins and minerals you need. And if you decide to start taking a supplement, talk to your doctor first to make sure it won't make your condition worse or interact with any of your current medications. Life Without Leaks has been brought to you by the National Association for Continence. Our music is Rainbows by Kevin MacLeod. More information about NAFC is available online at nafc.org.